What's wrong with you knuckleheads? Can you not read the data? Just acknowledge the Obama-Biden situation sucked. Andy Puzder has a great piece in the New York Post about this. And I'm going to do some thorough debunking here. Debunking this stupid talking point. Puzder's writing is fantastic, by the way, if you ever want to follow him on social media. Andy Puzder, New York Post, unpacking Joe Biden's lies about the Trump job creation miracle. Spit it out, Dan. Let's go to takeaway number 1. Because they just won't let these lies go. They won't give Trump credit for an obvious booming economy. It says, you talk about the economy booming, Chris Wallace told Trump at last week's presidential debate. But, quote, in Obama's final 3 years as president, more jobs were created, 1.5 million more jobs than the first 3 years of your presidency, Mr. Trump. Wallace was echoing one of Biden's campaign's talking points. But here's the thing. That talking point depends on misleading and cherry-picked data. Most significantly, it ignores the worker shortage during Trump's second and third years in office. Obviously, it's harder to add jobs when employers can't find workers. But rather than an economic shortcoming, this shortage was a result of the Trump economy's booming. And its booming produced job openings so abundant that they exceeded the number of people looking for work by a lot. Folks, let me sum this up for you. Chris Wallace is echoing Biden's talking point that the last 3 years we created more jobs than the first 3 years of the economy. There are two things there. Number one, it's easy to create jobs, as Andy Puzder brilliantly states, when you've been in an 8-year recession Obama couldn't dig us out of, and there are all these open jobs out there. It's easy. There's people to fill them. There's people unemployed. There's been 8 years of unemployment. There's record low job labor force participation. There's workers everywhere. It's not hard to fill jobs. You've been so terrible that there's unemployed people all over the place to fill the open jobs. The problem with the Trump economy is it boomed so quickly once we got rid of Obama that they ran out of workers to fill the jobs. Oh, Dan, surely you're making that up. Am I? Let's go to takeaway number 2 from Andy Puzder's piece. You think I'm nuts? Quote, every month, the National Federation of Independent Businesses asks business owners to name the most important problem facing your business today. The number 1 and number 2 most important problems under Obama-Biden were, not surprisingly, high taxes and burdensome, unpredictable regulations. Should we elect Biden president, those will come back. Here, number 2, by contrast, once Trump cut taxes and slashed regulations in 2017, business growth accelerated. And business owners identified, quote, finding qualified workers as the most pressing problem they faced. The numbers, the full numbers, prove the point. Ladies and gentlemen, don't ask me. Just ask the business owners out there in their own survey. When Obama and Biden were in charge, what are your 2 biggest problems? Taxes and regulations. That's not me. That's not me talking. Yes, I can echo that. That's correct. I'm a business owner. That's the actual business owners in the survey. Trump gets elected. He's only in charge a couple of years. They ask the same question, like, what's your biggest problem? Man, we can't find enough workers. This Trump economy is so hot, I can't find anybody to fill the job. Again, we're all crazy. The NFIB, the National Federation of Independent Business, we're all nuts. We're all making this up. The Obama economy was so bad for so long. There were so many unemployed people that it was easy to fill jobs at the end of his term when the American entrepreneur figured out a way around Obama. That's what happened. Trump then doubled and tripled down on a growing economy, and it got so hot they couldn't even find workers anymore. Don't take my word for it. Just read the data. I know you don't want to read data, liberals, but try. Let's go to the third takeaway from Puzder's piece about job openings again. For 8 years of Obama-Biden, there wasn't a single month when job openings exceeded the number of people unemployed. Zero. In fact, when Obama-Biden left office in January 2017, there were 1.9 million more people unemployed than there were job openings. So there was an abundance of people looking for work. There you go. But too few job opportunities open to them. There you go again. A little more than a year later, listen to this, in March of 2018, that situation had reversed. In case you didn't know, liberals, that's when Trump was in charge. Following Trump's regulatory overhaul and passage of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, employment openings exceeded the number of people unemployed for the first time on record going back to 2000. Folks, don't take my word for it. Just look at the data if you do that kind of thing. If you don't, I get it. Whatever, stay, what is it? The stay thirsty guy? Stay ignorant, stay ignorant, fellas. Stay ignorant. We need a new stay thirsty guy, the stay ignorant guy. We need him on that show. Can we get an actor dressed up? Maybe Joe, you put on a beard and mask like the stay thirsty guy. Stay ignorant, folks. I mean, what's wrong with you knuckleheads? Can you not read the data? Just acknowledge the Obama-Biden situation sucked.
You just heard Dan Bongino.